Hey, welcome back, everybody. A little Monday afternoon. It's Thanksgiving break for me, so I hope everybody else is having a good week or plans to. Gosh, I was really excited. I was getting some new features and maybe playing some new stuff. And to my surprise, another new thing is not working. Go figure. Uh, I played my first game of the new par 3 event with the Target Rush tees earlier today. And to my surprise, I lost by 11 strokes to a 29 under. That's 11 better on a par 3, man. That's a little tough to beat. I don't know if I can hand it. So let's take a look. So we'll take a look and show you guys the par 3 event because I get all par 3s. And then we'll take a look at the daily. But at this point in time, I can't be certain that any game that you're playing in the same setups. It's a real problem. I've brought it up with them for multiple years now. And now there's ways to highlight it. So I'm not necessarily thinking we are not playing a fully rigged or not legit game. I see legal problems that are going to occur from this, and I don't like it. But I still think I can play some good tee, but who knows? Who knows if that is even legit? We'll take a look, though, and see what we got. We're going to try to get the daily setup for you guys so you got a map. I was going to do that every day this week. But, man, I just don't. That really takes a bit out of me. Target Rush, par 3 event. Just showed it. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get here. I know I'm going to get par 3s. Oh, that's under events. And we're going to go right in. Now, I'm going to play my standard par 3 bag, assuming that I am playing on a par 3 setup. Frank, it's going to come. And it's probably going to come sooner than later. It's disappointing that we don't see more people moving, more people complaining. Like, it's disappointing to say the least, right? And now here's the other part. With these events, you can't see anything about the contest until it closes. So I won't know I've been cheated until after I've been cheated. But we can play this. Now, this is Bonnie Moore Black, I believe. So this is kind of cool. We do get a different setup. I am going to switch to my par 3 bag, which I already did once, but that doesn't seem to like to change either. I know that sounds excellent as well. Another issue that we've discussed ad nauseum. But hey, whatever. And Eric, I don't think the Go is working fine either. I just feel terrible that I pride myself. I don't have much else than a reputation, right? And yeah, there's some negatives in everyone's reputation, but I think for the most part, everybody realizes that I'm out to do the best I can for them. And I feel terrible suggesting that everything was above board. I really don't think it is now. I mean, I might go through and start auditing my player account for the last 20 years and see what we can do. Oh, yeah, let's do it, Daryl. Now, my basic assumption when I'm making my par 3 bag, and you can do the same kind of thing with hybrids. I'm not a hybrid guy, but I want equidistant gaps between each club. It did change a little bit with the stout change, but nonetheless, my distances are equally different. There's a couple of spots where I don't like where my bag is, but we can talk about that when they come up. So for the most part, all my other bags, I have 2 drivers, par 3 bags. The rarity of par 3s being at a distance that I need more than one driver is so small that one driver. I started my par 3 bag with the 10.5, but there are a couple problematic holes. There's one from Auburn Glen, if I remember correctly. The first par 3 can set up at like 340. And that's the only real one I can remember that is a big issue. But with that, if you got a wind in your face, it was hard to get to even. So I went with this driver. Not much difference between the 10.5 for our purposes. Then That's good, Justin. I think we all are. But the problem is, I think you're saving yourselves because you might be getting a much harder hole. But then regular 3-wood, mind you guys, when I'm building bags, I'm using all of the clubs that are the same as what Golden Tee first released. 3-wood, 275, 5-wood, 250. There's nothing wrong. Well, I have seen nothing wrong with those clubs. It's just that I was inundated with Golden Tee from the very beginning, and I want to play the clubs that are the same as what I played from the beginning as much as possible. Cool. 5-wood, 250. Okay, then I get my 6-wood. This is where I'm going for my equidistance. Now you may be like, Mark, that 6-wood and 5-wood are only 15 yards apart. No, this is a 225 club is what it should read on the label, not 235. We all know it goes much shorter in comparative to the distances listed on the clubs than the other ones. So we'll call this a 225-yard club. Then I go to the 7. The difference between the 7 and 9 distance-wise is negligible. The best part about this is the meter on the left is a more accurate representation of the distance the ball goes. It lines up a lot better. Hey, Robert, long time no see, brother. Hope you're having a good holiday starting here, brother. But we've got the 7-wood because the distance is equal. I can just look and I know my distances. I'm not working on going over too many obstacles in a par 3 setup. You generally have a clear view at a hole. So the height on it doesn't matter. I just like having the distance be the same as what I'm looking at. So my thumbs are going to be pretty consistent with it. 3-iron, mainly because I had room for an extra club. I want to have a low lofted club that does the same thing. You'll see I like to go with these low lofted bullets at holes in par 3s, taking a lot of the break out of greens. And that's a better club to do it. Then it's a 4-iron, 20-yard gap, right? 20-yard gap, 20-yard gap, 20-yard gap, 8-iron. Closest possible to a 20-yard gap. Closest possible to a 20-yard gap. Pitching wedge. Now this one's weird. 20-yard gap. I don't need the extra club having the second driver, so I can put that. And then where my standard would be a G wedge, I use the sand wedge. Why? 20-yard gap. And you're going to see. Oh, yeah. I think we're going to be looking at the 4. Let's see. I haven't gotten to hit a ball in the last couple hours. I came down, I was ready to go, and then somebody shot me a message showing me the first hole on theirs that it was this was the normal par 4. And I logged in to see if I got the same. No, everybody else got par 4s, and I got par 3s. Crazy. So now I can do the bullets at this thing, right? Now we know that with the new stouts and with thumbs, my distances are going to be a little lower than the meter with the lower lofted club you do. Justin, there was no need to try a different club. I didn't see a shot that I'd be gaining with them, so why give $5 for nothing? So I haven't even tried the new clubs. Didn't really see it. The 7 degree you think might be useful, but I haven't had a shot that I can't accomplish with a low 8.5, which is basically the same as a 7 degree you would think, or even lower. So, I teed up already. Great. Well, I'm going to probably miss this a little left, but let's see. We're just going at this straight with release. Yeah, because I didn't use a tee. That was perfect, though, right? I didn't realize I had teed up already. That sucked because that was going to be a gimme. All it was going to take is me hitting a straight thumb shot. Oh, Steve, I'm okay with it, man. I'm of the point now. Look, Fields impressed me a little bit. He was very decisive. Red defense is a bit better than he normally had. Cool. Let's let Detroit have their time in the sun. I feel like we did that on purpose. I feel like they tanked that away on purpose at the end. You don't give up 17 points in 3 minutes, dude. It just doesn't really happen. Again here. Now, we got 2 options. We could go up a club, backspin this with a low tee, but I told you guys, I like these low lofted bullets because, frankly, there's hidden breaks in the greens that you're not seeing that we will hit. A low loft with a bullet takes away some of those breaks. So we're going to have a left one. It's slightly downhill. I'm going to move it, play a left one break. A little bit of wind. Let's go 1 click here. And then I go low T release. And that didn't go straight. Yeah, that's just not having warm thumbs. But line perfect. Great. We'll get to it. Let's see what the leaderboard looks like. If I'm the only one. Hey, we've all got well, we don't know we've all got par 3s, but it looks like it so far. Um, yeah, he's had some, but I never looked at I always looked at the intangibles. The running, fantastic, great. He best running quarterback we've ever seen. Maybe him and Michael Vick. Vick was electric as well, but I see him being that same manner. I look at how you read a defense, and if you're making throws to the right places, he's he was not. He was unable to read defenses and then having to run for his life because he was missing reads. He could be. He very well could be. And I feel like the Bears have ruined quarterbacks more than anyone. I still feel that if Trubisky was drafted into a better situation, he would have been, he had the talent. He just was so young that he needed to be taught well, and he was unable to be taught well on that team. His talent is there, though. As seeing it, he's still in the league. Otherwise, he would have been out. And he was a freaking Pro Bowler working with us. All right, so we're going to go with a low T thumb again here with release. Oh, right on it, right on it. So we'll play this once or twice, see where it goes. Then we'll move over and we'll look at the daily and try to come up with a map for us here. Now, remember, when we do come up with maps, you may have a better way of doing it. You may be somebody that's playing hybrid, so your distances are going to be a little different. You're just going to get the theory of it a bit and have that understanding down. That's all we're going to use it for. I mean, if you are playing the same clubs and balls as me, you could legitimately watch the stream, figure out the exact marks, and with fulls, you are going to be able to attack those things. It's that simple. You can easily do it, but that's if and remember, we are all acting under the assumption that everything is the same on everyone's games, and I am telling you that assumption is probably faulty. I'm going to tell you that it's more likely than not we are not in the exact same setups every game. Where we always wrote it off to different pixelation issues, I don't think we have a clue. I don't think they have a clue. I really don't. I don't think they have a clue. This one, I don't think the low T is going to get through it. We're just going to thumb it with roll. Oh, all right. So we're going to have to we'll get a hole out or two. We'll have to do that. Okay, we got the 11 in our face. It is the new stouts, but it still have, so we're losing it. We're losing a little bit more distance than we think. I think a medium T release with this should work out well. Well, I don't call them cheaters. Well, there's only two literal possibilities now. That they're inept and failing us, and it's dishonest because they have to know how inept they are, or it's a rigged system. The rigged system part of it could absolutely be a thing. I never thought that could have been a thing before. I absolutely think there's a possibility that we are being cheated, that they are picking and choosing. That possibility didn't exist to me before. I do believe that possibility it's a chance that it's there now. I would have said unequivocally no before. This last 6 months, man, fuck. If you don't have that assumption in there that that's a possibility, then then we're not living in a reality-based world. I did realize something though too. With the size of the surfboard of the PGA deck, I actually can hold my keyboard can stay right at the top of the deck now, and I won't hit it. Steve, I don't see what the benefit of having an inept system is and losing faith, having your consumers lose faith in your product. Friendship, looking cool, things like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the benefit of any of this. I don't know what the benefit of making target rushes. I don't know what the benefit of nerfing stouts was. I really don't. I still don't know what the benefit was of changing the buttons on the new ones. But these are decisions that we don't get to make, so I can't determine what their perceived benefit is of the actions that they do. That's really it. I don't know what the perceived benefit is of telling somebody, yeah, that's good. Yeah, hey, don't badmouth us. And yeah, I think it's a great idea if we work together after this, and then have that not happen. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Well, the screen is okay. So the screen, Adam, one of the biggest reasons with the screen is because it was cost them less to get the touchpad than it did to get the keypad, and they needed a virtual way to log in. That was the way for me. Now, I was wondering to have. I think Target Rush might, but that's the funny thing though. These are decisions that are made internally. We don't have a line on it. When I first saw it, maybe what, a year and a half. Oh, it would have been at Dallas the year and a half prior to them releasing it. Was the first time I saw it. It was me and a gentleman from Des Moines. We were at their place and we saw it. We were like, wow, it looks really cool, but who is this for? Who's going to play this? Who do you want to play this? Is this a prize play mode? Is this a casual mode? What is this? I was, and my question is like, with the limited resources we're told every day, we're told all the time that we have. Oh yeah, absolutely, Adam. One of the things was I was going to give shot videos, bring back the Sobe thing, like bring that kind of thing. I had that, right? Hey guys, what's up? I like being here during the day. This is nice. You guys are all jumping around. It's beautiful. But look, I can't pretend to understand the decision making that we've waited too long. We've waited so long for these changes and things, and what for if they're not going to work? And we're told it's a lack of resources and yada yada yada, but the resources get applied to the wrong things. They really do. It's an inadequate time management is what I see. And honestly, if you've ever gone in the building, it does not seem like it doesn't seem like there's many people working. I see Kevin out busting his ass. And for that matter, I mean, Adam as well. They look like they're busting their ass, but then you see a lot of people sitting around or. But it is time. It is time for things to actually start working and not being brushed off. I just can't. I can't imagine. It hurts my pride because I've recommended so many people to partake in the game and to purchase the products, and the products are broken. So that's actually, I feel like it's somewhat a designation towards me, right? Like I feel like it's somewhat my fault, and I know it's not, but it is because I'm putting my name behind things that are not mine to control. Whether it's ignored or not, but they're listening to the wrong ones. It's something I actively told them when I was in there. I was like, look, if I'm giving you an idea that benefits me, it is probably the wrong thing to do. I hate to say it, the way to grow the game is to hurt people like me. Now, do I want that? No, but do I understand that it makes it a better game and hurting me slightly financially off of it? Oh, well, if it gives me the chance to get to meet more people and to get a bigger family, then that positive is much better to me because I gotten to enjoy not only winning some money from the game, but I gotten to meet hundreds of people in my life. Well, that's another thing I want to look at here because I do believe I was getting the same exact setup on holes as well. I can't tell right now, and it wasn't every hole by any means. But yeah, Jason, it's already not in here correctly. They've already been giving us incorrect setups. All right, I put this in the wrong spot. Hey, Philly, how you doing? Let's go. We got a down 5 right 1. I'm going to release it. The right 8 here, it's still with Stouts, it's still going to be too much than what I moved on the tee box to fight. So I will have to push this a little bit left if I want this to go in. I might have pushed that way too far left, but we'll see. Now that line looked pretty solid. It's just that I still have got, hoping I could get the same distances as before. Clearly we cannot. Fine. Great. Philly, we're doing good, sir. All right, so up for, okay, now I like to thumb at these, right? I like to thumb at a lot of the par 3s, obviously. and approach shots. Now, can I thumb? There's no way my thumbs get here with this club. As we said, it's a 225 club. Then we're losing maybe 10 on my thumbs landing. It wouldn't even get to the green. So it would be this club. That's still probably a little long. So let's go here. Let's go low. And since I'm going low and I'm hitting a 5 wood, that 8 wind probably isn't going to move it too far. So I'm going to just go dead straight. And notice that the 8 did not move it, as well as I forgot the other factor in there, we were hitting uphill. So I would have had to adjust, but you saw we had the distance correct. We had a chance of it going in. And with any par 3, that's my goal. This isn't money shot. My win comes from putting it in here. That's how I'm going to win this. And good, this is a different setup. This hole felt like the same setup twice. So I want to win, you're going to make shots. So I got to make them. Close doesn't work. Points may help you, but it's not going to get a win. Left one, uphill. We got 12 in the face. I would like to low tee this. I think that's going to be a little short with a low tee. So let's go here, move it back, and I'm going to thumb this with release. And there it is. The moisture has begun. And it's not just me. Mind crime getting it too. Good work, sir. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now it down 9, right 1. Now, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this too, since they nerfed the distance on stouts. I feel like I haven't been getting as much play through the greens either, right? Like this down 9, where before I would have thought that this is going off the green for sure. I don't think this is. So I could probably go naked low tee, but I've got an ace already. I don't want to go through. So we're going to just hit it from here and thumb it with bite. And probably a pretty full thumb. And I think I did that just right. Had to multiply, should have had to multiply the directional a little bit more there because of the loft change, and that it was landing kind of soft. That ball actually turned pretty hard when it hit. Okay, this is a little in between, where before it would have been nice to carry my 4 wood, but that's fine. We're going to just hit the 5 here, move it a little bit. I'm going to do a no pullback straight shot with bite. It's going to be safe. It's not going over. That's all I really care about. That was a bit short. I could have probably hit the 3 wood there. I wasn't quite certain with the bounce, how far the bounce would go forward before it stopped with the low trajectory that I would have had hitting the green. Okay, we got a right 7 here into a 15. So we're at 7.5, wind in our face. I'm thinking I'm going to flip this with release and hopefully let it just turn right. It's not going to be points most likely. No, I needed bite. I thought that was going to be flush up with landing flat, but it still had a little momentum going forward when it hit, so that ball still carried forward. Thought it was going to be landing straight down. Needed a little more wind in the face. Ben, I hate to say it, I've had a thought for some time that we're not playing the same setups. I don't think we're all playing the same setups on the daily either. I shot a 2 better on one the other day that I was like, oh, sweet. And then I looked up and like my 2 better was in like 7th, and I didn't think that was really it. Yeah, it definitely slowed down. Yeah, absolutely, Richard. They should. Mind you, this is something I've brought up for 5 years now, and now with the nerfing of certain things, like when they slowed the putting down to account for rollovers, they didn't look at both sides of it. I don't like the 5 coming in, but yeah, they don't close out a lot. They really don't close out a lot enough for me. This is way uphill. I think I gotta nuke this. I just want an eagle here, to be honest with you. I mean, I just want a birdie here. I'm glad I went with that. I'll take the points, but that was a little tough. I don't think a 4-iron would have been viable there. So the next thing I would have had to do is go with the 5 high. Now, you guys know me and know how much I don't like fulls. I don't really see a better way to go at this. If I try to play the half cut, I could overcut it real quick. But I actually think I'm going to do that. I'm not comfortable with this full. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with the 9-iron full. So let's go here, here. I'm happy as hell with that. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, and the weird part is it really becomes, I mean, I really don't want to get started on putting. If they don't realize that's a problem now and they're not willing to deal with it. Oh, giddy up, man. So you get prize play now. Sweet. Well, let's just backspin this ball. I don't want it to come off the edge. So let's do this. Let's flip this with a backy at it. Just mainly because I won better, I'm good. If I needed an ace that, I probably would have gone with the 8. Yeah, Ben, I think they're really cool too. And it's an idea that it's been 10 years in the making, apparently, from what they said in their own post. But when half the country can't, when half the home editions can't play the daily because it's not working, then you got a problem there too. I feel like that it's going to be just the whole group of us, whoa. But I feel like that we are losing a lot of the market share that you could have had with these games if they released with no flaws, or if the flaws got corrected instantly, rather than just, oh, we're going to remove the Freaky Friday from it because we can't figure out why they're not showing up on machines. You know, like that stuff would be more interesting. We'll play this one more time, then we'll take a look at the daily and try to come up with a full or two for you guys. Okay, now I got to see too, because I've been told that other people's seasons reset as well. That's crazy. Hey, Matty B, how you doing, sir? Did anybody notice? I didn't see if my season bar changed at all. But maybe I'll get twice the rewards then. That would be nice. Yeah, and it's weird because I think we've equated it with the PGA, and I don't think it. There is something on the PGA that you're getting random pullbacks that aren't where you pulled it back sometimes, causing you to miss 180s more often on your putting. When I've gone to putting where I just palm, no pullback, I'm not as accurate, but they're going on the line that I hit it at more and following a consistent speed when doing that more often. I mean, that would be a simple fix, a simple starting place to fix putting. But hey, you know what? I gave my ideas and help for free for a long time. And they were not used. They're not used. They were used when they could fix it in seconds on things. But not used when something might take a little bit of work to fix. In case you guys can't tell, I'm fucking pissed. You don't invest half your life into something and then watch it just go down the drain. Go down the drain. You don't. It just hurts, right? But the complaints that we get rectified are whatever the bangers feel is the worst problem. Like stouts, that got fixed pretty damn quick. Once they complained long enough, that was changed completely. So the thing that affects negatively the average player, that got changed. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, Joe, it ain't right, man. I find that to be an insult to the community in general, that the thing that was listened to is like the 20 people that were whining about stouts. Like, that bothered me. It really bothers me. I'm sorry, it really does. It didn't change much of anything except the perception of how the game is, and that other people were being able to be introduced to the game and compete quicker. That's really it. And it's, I guess, I mean, bangers, yeah, cool. We put in our time, right? But if they realize that they don't bring in new players, then it's them being the best of 20 people is great. But if you don't bring in new people, it ain't going to be around. Oh, Jay. Well, I said I put up a post for 1 p.m., man. But I would also love you guys to play the daily as well, at least once, and compared to what you see on mine. And obviously, let me know if you're seeing something totally different, or something different, or something even just minor as wind changes, because that's bad. I mean, it was a statement, and no one will everyone in the company. God damn it. Why is this thing going? Now I got to figure that out. He's here now. I would think they should be able to. That would be something I would think could happen, but again. Honestly, those kind of things are so minute right now, like stuff that I complained about in the past, but that actually would have that hurt gameplay is why I complained about it. Like leaderboard showing the daily score when someone was playing a live play game. Like, I don't know if anybody understands the psychology of it, but or if you had people come up to you, but people would come up to me all the time saying, "Oh, you can't shoot that. They're cheating." And you know what? If nobody's around, that is a reasonable thing to say. If you saw scores, that you saw the daily scores of the leaderboard, that the game is rigged. Why would you ever want that impression out in the world? And now we're seeing different setups. Like, it's just not, it's not. And we're going to get a thing going, oh, you just have to force call that's fixed now. Fuck that. That is goddamn bullshit. You cannot force a call at a bar. The way your system's designed, you fucking reboot the machine and now you're locked out of modes. So what do people do? That is the worst goddamn fucking answer. It's more like fix your shit. Why should a player have to do something to a machine before they play it in order to make sure the game is working correctly? Does that not blow anyone's mind? That is some asinine bullshit. It's watching the fact that they know that sometimes if a machine hasn't gotten a patch, that they will get different setups. Then why are they allowed in the contests? And that is verifiable. That shit happens all of the goddamn time. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't want to be mad, right? I got enough stress in my life. I don't, it sucks. You know what also sucks is buying equipment based off a certain set of perceptions with it, and then having what I purchased change without any recourse or refund back. Some of us had thousands of stout balls, right? So when you change the stout ball, right? Well, it's so terrible though. All I know is that if I acted or did any of these things once, let alone repeatedly in any job that I've ever had, I would have been fucking fired. I feel like that they know that because we're such a close-knit community that they can take advantage of and not care about their mistakes because in general, most of us accept it. Well, that shit's done. Accepting their fucking ineptitudes, it's now that before we thought as an inconvenience, right? But we see verified that what they're doing is affecting the money that I can make out of a game. It is real money that's going interstate. That is interstate commerce violations of the law. That's just fucking insane that they would put themselves in that legal jeopardy through ineptitude at best. And we don't hear shit. We don't hear shit about how they're going to fix it. Nothing. I mean, I had let it go that when they got hacked, right? That when they got hacked, we never got any recourse. We didn't even get the 50 cents back per invite. They kept that shit. Nothing. Fucking crickets. Where's my fucking money? Well, hey guys, you remember the 24-hour stream? Yeah, well, yeah, okay, you guys were here. We were on the stream, right? During the 24-hour stream, we had Watchdog. Adam said he'd donate $100 for every Watchdog reboot. Do you guys know how long ago I did that stream? It's been, that was in the middle of the pandemic, so roughly 2 years in March. A year and a half. I haven't seen shit. Haven't seen shit for that. Not once. Haven't gotten that money. So, I mean, now where I talked before with my heart, I'm going to start talking with my wallet because it's getting old. I can't do it. I've invested way too much time and money into playing the goddamn game. I'm now looking back at history and wondering how many times I've been fucked through playing because of some way that I hit the ball or some problem in code on their end. Wow, that's fucking awesome. Look at that. That's a pretty cool time GSPs. But, like, I know for a fact I lost many matches over getting 120 glitched. Before it was a thing, because it was a thing, and I said something for years, like, there's something fucking wrong here. There's no way I did not mishit that ball at all. How much did that happen to me? I mean, I know we all, and God rest his soul, Mark Stenmark was one of the best to ever play the game. But one of the reasons why he was so far, he was ahead of us, is because he recognized the 120 glitch before us and figured out ways to hit the ball that limited that exposure from happening. That's, I mean, it's genius, and you can't knock a man for that. But everyone who had that happen that didn't know that was a thing because of a faulty programming job was basically stolen from. If you think of it that way, they were. And when real money is on the line, those flaws, at the bare minimum, should give me a refund. But instead, since we're such a close family, nobody wanted to rock the boat, and no one wanted to make it a big deal. I mean, the last Tennessee tournament I was at, where I lost to CJ because he was further away on a putt and he could make it, but because I was closer than him, I could not get it to the hole. It's exactly correct, Joe. Like, what? I just can't. It's just. But that got changed right away. But the way they changed it was the least. It was the least amount of work they could have possibly done, and they fucked that up too. It's just. I don't know what else to say anymore. Oh, hey guys, you want to see? Isn't that funny too? I changed my clubs and it went back to this. So now my clubs changed on their own again. Even though this is its own unique mode, my clubs went back to the Bonnie Moore setup, my Bonnie Moore black set. Did I fucking do that? I mean, we went through my clubs at the beginning of this that I changed to the par 3 bag. Now, based off of what they told me is that, no, the game will override anything that's done in the app. We have to have it that way because if we don't, then the players who don't use the app wouldn't be able to do anything. And that is absolute nonsense, for one, because if they don't use the app, then there's nothing overriding it. I know in the app I use my fucking fingerprint. But now, so this should be what happens. But last week, I had to go and change my bags 6 times to get Rhineland to not be a bag that I wasn't assigning to it. It's stuff like this. But now, this isn't something new or unknown that they have a chance to fix. This is something that's been going on for 3 or 4 years. It's just crazy. And Ben, I will go back. I mean, I think it is time that we all go back and audit our accounts for a reasonably long time, because I'm telling you right now, I will guarantee that the money that you were paid out is incorrect. There is no way, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, Worlds is a whole nother thing. Not they lowballed the shit out of us after telling us how great the thing with PGA would be. That's fine. Not only that, they tried to monetize it for themselves, saying we can't get you guys jerseys this year. It fell through. But here, buy shirts for $20 a piece from us. Yeah, that sounds legit. Or hey, we're doing this for Worlds. Hey guys, we're gonna fuck up and fuck over a player who actually should have qualified for World Championships. We're gonna tell them, you know what? We're gonna get you an update for free and give you some gift cards. But what they didn't tell them is we're never gonna give you the gift cards. The update you got for free actually came with the machine that you just purchased. Thanks again. This is how things get rectified. And now, luckily, the gentleman is such a nice dude, and it's, I mean, obviously not. You can't put a cost on pride and the pride of competing. Like, I don't know about you guys. When I made World Championships the first time, do you know how fucking excited I was? I felt so fucking cool. And if that got taken away from me, you know, just like being the top qualifier at Worlds, but not getting a bye, well, another player did. That's kind of shit that it hurts you so bad because of pride. You're like, what the fuck? I earned this. This is my one time. It might be my one time that I'm top qualifier for World Championships, and you stole it from me. I know every one of you would have been pissed, right? You sure thing, Joe. But I know that. I mean, that kind of shit, you can't put a dollar amount on that. The value of it. And when you start losing people's, like the fact that it gives you a sense of accomplishment when you do something in the game, I'm going to tell you right now that people aren't going to keep playing the game. I'm sorry, we're not going to be a viable esport when we do our World Championships in a fucking bar off of Fremont Street with fucking homeless people and meth addicts and heroin addicts everywhere. We're just not going to be taken seriously, dude. You just can't. But the fact that I feel like insane having to say this, right? Well, Ben, I'd like to disagree with you. I'm going to tell you right now that the amusement is what's keeping these guys afloat. And it ain't going to keep keeping them afloat when soon enough all prize play gets knocked out from most states, because this isn't really it's not a skill game if we're in different setups. It's a luck game, right? I mean, part of the joy of IT getting hacked is a lot of this information is out there. Well, I mean, I could tell you that the amusement side actually was a little bit profitable during the pandemic, but to the tune that like roughly 4 times they lost 4 times the amount that they gained on the amusement during that time in casino. So I don't know. I think that we need to be taken a little bit more serious. I don't know. I would think that if it's the one thing that's printing money, right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, and the funny thing is, we had opportunities, Jay. We really did. We had opportunities. I mean, you had Bill Simmons on his podcast was talking about Golden Tee, and we didn't market to him. We didn't reach out to him. We didn't go. We didn't have somebody in house that has a say at IT that would have reached out to him and go, hey, Ben. I mean, sorry, Bill Simmons. I said Ben Simmons. That's the basketball player. But didn't reach out to him. Didn't get any contact with him. Didn't. The players are the ones who seem to be trying to do this. How the fuck do we not have any ad money coming in? Why is there not advertisements for shit on the screen yet? Like some partnership. Where is the goddamn synergy here? Really great, guys. Really good. Really good. And it's funny because I get ghosted now. Like I get ghosted now. And I really don't care. I mean, pretty soon I'll be red lighted. I guarantee it. But whatever. You guys will see. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when that happens. The care is perception, not actual reality. So maybe I know it's not as fun. I mean, we're here for Golden Tee, guys, and there's still nothing. Hi, Brad, how you doing? But there's still nothing. There's still nothing that can compare to the community in itself, and the likes of. I mean, guys, you all know that me and Steve Zobel will have our issues. We're both hard-headed dicks, right? I like to think that I can guarantee. My public persona is for being an idiot more, not for being mean to people, right? I think we can agree with that. But we'll butt heads. But I still would never discount anything that they've done. I mean, at the point when IT tried to fuck up Golden Tee, they were the ones that kept it around. I mean, it's so that part of it is still there. So this doesn't tell me to sit here and isn't sitting here saying that you guys shouldn't go to a tournament. You shouldn't go and meet all the awesome people that you get to see and hear, or do you see their games while you're playing online? That's not what I'm saying one bit. I'm saying that you need to stop buying. We need to stop buying their products. Really? I mean, really, do you realize that if the sheer lack of concern or care for money, for prize play, and the fact that it's fucked up, how do you think that would look for them trying to get contracts with casinos? That would not look good. I really don't think a casino would invest in any of their products if they heard how bad they are with this product. Their flagship product is this terrible right now. And I know that people would rather have the status quo, and in general, we are conforming individuals. I ain't that guy, dude. I ain't that guy to conform. I'm that guy to conform to what's right. And that ain't this. This is not right. Like, because now I could thumb a pitching wedge, but guess what? I don't have a pitching wedge anymore because what I did got changed by them for some reason. Why? How is that a thing? Why would this be a thing? I spent money to build a bag for a certain course. This is not that course. Why did my bags change again? These little things. And they would be caught pretty goddamn quick if the people that are supposedly testing the game actually use the game to what it's meant to be used for. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It gets in, please. I will not be offended if somebody tells me that I'm off base about something. I do it when you guys say things that are technically incorrect. I try not to be brash with it, but sometimes it requires a firm hand to make sure somebody realizes what they're saying is absolute trash. I don't think anything that I'm saying is absolute trash. Even if only that first game is broken, that's enough to fucking tell me that the game's probably rigged. But I mean, the whole thing is where through most of my time playing Golden Tee, I never had a doubt in my mind that the game was right. And every mistake that happened in the game, I felt like it was mine. Yeah, it's just like playing PlayStation. I blame my fucking controller or say the game's stupid. But inside, I know that it was mine. But recently, that curve is changing, because now it's like I've been doing the same thing this way for 20 years, and now it's doing something different. That's most likely not me. Oh, that's a strong fair. 100%, Brad. 100%. That was a strong way to finish. That was a strong finish. I enjoyed that. Guys, this is a pretty cool idea. It's not bad. But I'm sick of new cool ideas that now we're going to leave the other ones half finished. There isn't a thing in Golden Tee right now that feels complete. It doesn't feel right. It feels rushed, and in a way, the whole gaming industry has gone this model. The difference is, I play Diablo 4 a lot, right? And the game released a certain way, and everybody complained, right? They complained completely about it. And guess what? It's not the game feels immensely different. So that gives me confidence that they're going to fix the things that the community says. You know what? I have not found one thing that has been fixed. At least you put Band-Aids on bullet wounds all the time. Nothing's fixed. The 120 glitch. Did they sell any of those? I've never seen one out in the field. But now they've got me as a perfect type of thing. Since I don't play commercial, I don't get to cash out. So all of my money they get to keep, right? I don't ever get to pull it out. So they get to keep it. So whether or not I care about the games, like I have infinite games to play now if I want, that they're making money on, where I don't get to make any money back. I mean, I didn't realize Retro Raccoons was a thing. I thought Retro Raccoons was like Money Shot on the home edition. Just doesn't exist. It just isn't there. What's up? No, I'm not testing. It's just, yeah, that didn't make much money either. You would have thought that thing would have been through the roof during, but that feels like it's a microtransaction fucking shit right there. I just don't. There's the priorities are so far out of whack there that there is nothing we can do. Sorry, Jill sent me a sweet text. Oh no, you cannot. They're credits, Ben. They are credits. Now, IT can willingly allow people to manipulate that in some cases, but some cannot. For instance, they are absolutely violating Ohio law. Knowingly. This isn't something behind the scenes. This is something they know. They know what I'm talking about, and I'm sure some of you know exactly what I'm talking about too. They are allowing them to subvert, they're allowing people to subvert Ohio law. But that's okay. That's good. Jill sent me something sweet, so that good. Well, agreed, but as much as they're... the funny thing is, ignorance of the law can get you a little leeway, but once you know what the law is, and then you're actively going against it, now you're committing fraud, right? And it's funny because it's stupid law anyway, But you have to act like, if you think a law is stupid, doesn't mean you don't get to follow it. You'd have to fight the law, right? You still have to follow it. We may not agree with laws. What was I? Oh, daily. We're on the daily. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at this. I would like you guys to take a look and see, if you get a chance to, on the home edition especially, play it and see if it's the same thing. Hey, what's up, Ryan? How you doing, bud? Well, honestly, Jim Jordan, I couldn't trust him to get votes as his own state unless I drew a district that looked like one of the Grinch's fingers in order to get there, right? I mean, anything to do with election integrity and him, that really doesn't seem to add up. If you've seen his district and how he gets elected in his district, it might be the worst fucking drawn congressional map in a state's history, how they get him his job. He should not be there, right? Yeah, well, I mean, but politics, I guess, okay, let's just look at something, right? We're hearing all of the conspiracy theories about how people from January 6th are being persecuted, yada, yada, yada. The problem is not one person will honestly look internally and go, did they go into a building that was walled off that it wasn't allowed to be in? Right? Yeah, they did. Okay, was the intent to stop a proceeding of Congress? To certify? Yes, that's why these people are all pleading guilty. Because they know by the letter of the law, what they did, they broke the law. They may feel justified for it, cool. And that's a moral fight that you're welcome to have, but you know that what you're doing was illegal. I mean, it's where freedom comes from, right? We're allowed to do whatever the fuck we want, but we also have repercussions for our actions. Right? I mean, no, it's good, but I mean, but see, most of us recognize that we do have actions that we have repercussions for, and I'm free to do whatever I want. I could line up 8-ball after 8-ball on the deck of my machine right now and do it. I'm breaking the law by doing that, and if somebody came here after seeing me do that on TV, on here, yeah, well, this course is assigned, so I'm hoping that I'm playing this course with the right set of clubs, but it's an older course. I don't know, the clubs really don't make much difference, but that's the thing. And then I can't go to court and go, well, I was at my home and I could do whatever I want at my home. No, I can't have that. That's illegal. I may not agree with it, but it doesn't mean I didn't know that was the law. Yeah, Gus, I know this is where that first game was like that. I played par threes and lost by 11 strokes to lemon. I mean, it was really telling when we got to hole 3 and everyone ahead of me was 4 under through 3 with no points. If you're playing all par threes, that is not possible. God. Oh, God. I was trying to remember Greek Hills. Solid course. I don't like the low par on it. It's fine, though. It's fun. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sorry. If I'm a lane, I go in. Yeah, exactly. That's the point, though. That's not acceptable. The fact that it allowed you to get into a contest without forcing a call, it just violates everything. And the fact that they had to know this, if they tested this at all, they had to know this was going to happen. How the fuck do you release something with it? What, did they think that they magically did nothing and it fixed itself? This is the same kind of thing that happens every time. Now the problem is, Gus, is going, why would you force a call? Because honestly, I can't compete with somebody playing that course, and I'm playing it as a par 3. So you could have just played all 10 of them. So that system in itself is fucked up and broken. If that can happen, that's not right. And here's the difference why I feel I have every right to say this. I've offered to help. We had a plan that I was going to quit after Worlds and I was going to work for them. But magically that went away. That didn't happen. I don't know how. And if somebody tells you otherwise, they are lying. There were 4 of us at a meal when we discussed this. My wife was one of them. My wife is the most honest person I've ever met. And she even said it because I asked her, I was like, is that not what was said? Or am I changing something after the fact? She goes, no, that's what I said, what was said completely. I mean, and another one. Okay, so let's go. So the last time I felt this pissed off was after I was cheated at World Championships. Caught on video, caught on camera. Well, they did nothing. I told them, I'll let it drop if you give me no less than 3rd place money right now. They said no. Okay, cool. Well, I started to go through a legal process, and I was actually reaching out to the Gaming Commission to show them that they have allowed a rigged system to be gambled on in their casinos. Now, I don't know if you guys know, the Gaming Commission in Las Vegas, gambling shit is not people to fuck with. And once again, this isn't just me. My wife is sitting in the car, and it was clearly admitted that, yes, we know he cheated. And to this day, no one, when other people say that didn't happen, no one sits up and stands up and backs me up. Even though it clearly happened, it was admitted. It was, I mean, we have pictures and video of it happening. So, like, it's ridiculous. Well, but you know what? For the good of the game, I let it off. We thought there would be better ways to do it. And since that point, I don't think I've been anything but fucking awesome for them. So now I feel like my name is getting attached. I attached my name, and that's my own fault, to something, people who I had faith in and trust in. Well, that trust is gone because they're fucking cheating us. They are cheating us. And if they're not doing anything about it, oh, absolutely, Brad. Yes, absolutely. It was 100% that. And then the inadequacies of them, their tournament directors, to do anything about it. And I mean, and it, I mean, let's even go back further. Yeah, I'll let that one go a little more for now. But I don't know. I guess by no means am I perfect. Never would I say that. I make a lot of mistakes. I mean, shit, dude. This game has been a part of my life through the maturity process as well. So if I was the same person as when I started playing Golden Tee, I'd probably have to have a serious conversation with myself. Like, wow, dude, you haven't grown at all since you were 20. You're pathetic. Hi, Neil. Hi, buddy. But it's to the point now where that partnership is done. That partnership is done. It was based off of certain criterias, and they are failing to meet their end of the bargain. So guess what? My end is open-ended to say whatever the fuck I want from now on. And to be quite frank, I tried so much, taking so much data and bringing it directly to them, showing them where things are wrong. Shit, I even went. Computer science is by no means anything that I really care about. It's not something. It's something I can understand, but don't enjoy it. And I was willing to go and get that just so I could be a jack of all trades working there, just so I had a better understanding and how I could help the product be better. And again, wasted time with that as well, instead of going and doing something that I'm actually passionate about. Something that I'm passionate about that's probably going to end up hurting them in the long run. Oh shit, that was a bad idea. Oh, absolutely, Jay. There was an absolute part of it. I was going to go here, then go and work for them and transfer. I was going to transfer to a school in Illinois and do both. And I wasn't even going to ask for any bit of pay what I'm worth. Why? Because you can, if you really enjoy what you're doing for work, you don't really care. You don't really care about the money, right? I don't. I have nothing set in stone. Put it that way. It's really a matter if I'm feeling up to it now. I just don't know if I could be on a plane, a small ass plane, for as long as I'd have to be getting there from here right now. But I did actually, for health concern wise, I actually talked to Sobel and had asked, like, if I can get down there, is it possible to qualify on Friday night? Because I don't really think I don't think I could physically handle a whole day of playing right now, to be quite frank. But unfortunately, there's literally, if I was to get a flight, there would be no way to make it there on Friday night in time to play right then, to actually qualify. So if I make it, it would have to be, I'd get there Friday night and then still have to play as everyone else, which is, I would have felt bad qualifying before. I think that gives you a distinct advantage that I don't want that to be, if I was able to go and let's say win, I would hate having the fact that I had a different experience than everyone else be a part of it. That's a pride issue, right? Like, I want to compete on equal playing field. I don't find it to be a win if I win with having an advantage. But again, that's something that's something for me. Like, that's something for me. There's a lot of little shit that, like, I am fucking absolutely floored by. But those things, those are more, I guess, personal related, maybe rules related as well too. But the rules get picked and choose which ones they're going to follow and when. That is a weekly event for both commercial and home. It's something they've been working on for a while. So as you can see, there's a reason why it's not right. Plus, the first game I was in on that, the greens were incorrect as well. Like, it was saying, like, one thing, but, like, one said an up 5, or it said it was a down 4 when approaching it. But when I had my putt, it still said down 4, but it was an up 9. I didn't turn on recordings either until after I played that first one, which is stupid, I know. Hi, Gino. What's up, buddy? Oh, that's a bad one. Okay, so that... Oh, God, I forgot this is the daily. I should be coming up with some fulls and things, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's come up with dial some of these end holes in. All right, this is going to be the problem hole for most of us. You can't really get a good straight line at this ever. So there's a couple of shots to play. I'm going to play the one that right now that I always play on it, but there's another way to do this that I can't really remember right now, and I would actually think it might not work with stouts now. Okay, I got to get a lot closer. The other play is off the hill, right? And let's try it. We're going to try the shot off the hill. I don't remember there being all those trees up there before. Yeah, no, I hit one of the trees, so that didn't work. Oh. Yeah, Jay, that was the problem with, Neil, I got to say, this isn't about fandom or by any means, but I'm on the Eagles, 100%. The best team in football should not be getting points. And Kansas City is playing well as well, but I don't think they have the talent on the team as Philly does. Well, but I don't think there were bushes or trees up there. I think I hit a tree limb there that actually killed the bounce. Or I hit into the bush that killed the bounce. But I also think we got way farther around and hit way higher on the hill too. But I didn't play that shot much back then, so I don't really remember it. Okay, we got a 16 out win. God damn it. All right, let's try something here. Will that work all the way to the other side? Yeah, that might actually work. But again, Richard, the surfaces change all of the time. Like you change old ones. I think it was a 5-wood too. If I'm remembering correct, I thought it was as well. Oh shit, let's get a full for this, right? I didn't use a T, did I? No. See, this is gonna, I think this is in between. Oh. I don't know if this is gonna work. In fact, I'm almost sure it's not. Honestly, I'll have to marry Oprah just for the money. I'll have to fuck Ty. I'd have to fuck Baggin, and then we'll dump Adam Dunn. Okay, so that does work. So we got a full on 18. Now it's a question of going back on the video and remembering what it was. I didn't think that had a chance, to be quite frank. Yeah, that actually. Did anybody see the meter? Did I push it back right at all, or did I hit it straight? I think I pushed it back a bit right. All right, we're gonna play that again now. We'll play it as playing. But that was I mean, guys, you have an easy straight shot with the 6-wood at it, but a full. I mean, that's very repeatable. Yeah. But only a little, right? I knew I was trying to. Oh. All right, so we'll go all fulls here. We'll try to come up with some fulls that you guys can take to your machine. We got a camera coming that we're. Thanks, Kim Jong. How you doing, bud? Lots of complaining today, man. Lots of. Some of us are fed up. Damn it. Okay, just a hair right. Gotcha. So it was baby flip. So guys, if you're thinking like if you look at it like I did a click right at 96, let's just pretend like I hit it straight. When you hit it straight, the pullback is giving you an extra 19 miles per hour. So I hit that 77. Like that's real soft. But the good thing there is if I hit it 80, I don't think it's going to change the line enough. I think it's just going to it's going to dive in a little hotter. So that's a really soft flip with a pullback. And remember, it doesn't matter what direction you pull it back. Any pullback is upping the miles per hour reading by, on straights, it's 19 miles per hour. I can't prove though that it's 19 miles per hour throughout the whole thing, or if it has the same increase on it as we go. Like you know, if I hit to the 3, I can hit at 158. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Jay. Okay, so let's go full here. I think that let's just try this from right where it's at with a full 7 bite and then just straight. Okay, that's pretty close. We got a chance to go in, but I want that ball to, if I have a chance to not just go in, I want it to be going in slowly by the hole. So on that, I'm going to just move it all the way right next time and hit the same exact shot, and I bet that line's perfect there. So, okay, we got a full 7 iron from the right. Perfect. Bite spin. Nice. That'll work. Now I get to take a variable out, right? Yeah, well, Tig and I came up with a new idea with a camera view that we can use to with the touch screen or with a mouse. I was going to use it to be able to mark where each hole's tee box, where we're teeing it at. For newer courses, that's fine and would work. The problem is on older courses where the tee boxes change dramatically in size, like we'd have to make a camera different each time. A little tough, but maybe we can make it work that way. But again, that's gonna be the editor-in-chief and production guy's ability that does that, not mine. I don't have that kind of technical aptitude when it comes to the cameras and all that kind of goodies. Oh, I thought I was gonna get something juicy out of that. Now you can go right here. I never like going there. I don't really know why, because this one just felt so safe always. Hi Jason, how you doing, bud? Damn it. Slightly off. Yeah, I honestly, we were having, I got a whole new box like, so I put together a decently powerful rig. Probably spent too much on it, but shit, I'm just thumbing it. There's probably a good full here too. That kind of the 4 irons and things, when you start getting into low irons, I really don't like that. But now with the other system, we'll be able to do some cool shit. All right, I fucked this up last time, and I don't know why. I don't know what I was doing last time. Oh, Jason, we're getting different setups again. There's a new event mode this week that is Target Rush made tee boxes that are like they make par 3s out of all of the holes, right? So the event this week is supposed to be all par threes from Bodymore Black, but it's all the holes. Well, they're playing half the people are playing the regular course while I'm playing par threes. And if you know, I mean, an average, a 20 under is impossible, is going to be tough to beat with me playing all par threes. I don't know why I didn't look at that for a full. Oh. Why didn't that break? Huh. I really want to just play 18 again. And then I kind of feel like I don't, honestly, does anybody feel like the game loses a little bit of its luster or fun or desire to play it when I don't know if I'm playing the same setup as everybody? I really don't. You cannot reasonably convince somebody that you could guarantee that we're all playing the same looks. I just can't. It takes away every part of the game that made it great to me. Competing with people, same conditions and same things without having to be with them. That was what made the game great to me. And now I'm just questioning everything now. Just rap shit. Oh. Not drivable. See, we used to drive this. I'm killing this shit. Ain't no way that's drivable. Oh yeah, easy money. And I gotta say, I gotta give Lemon a little credit because there are a lot of players that would have noticed that problem and would have played 10 right away, right? Because then they get that free money. Well played, Lemon. I didn't see him again. That's called honor. That's called integrity. It's called class. Very well done, Lemon. And it's because Lemon's a Sox fan and a Bulls fan, too. That's why. It's it. No, he's just a good dude. Hi, Adam. What's up, bud? Okay, so let's look at that's in between. That full's going to go out a bit. Let's hit the full 3, and I'm going to push it a little right. I need to push it a lot more right, and I don't like that shot at all. So I don't think I'll hit that. I don't like that play. So I'm going to Rover's red. Oh. The roof will go over your head. All right, so let's get this one, though. So I'm going to get it up as close as possible. Oh, Richard, well, that was St. Louis. The last St. Louis I went to was lock conditions and everybody got different setups. I warned them, and they said, no, it's fine. It'll work fine. And then halfway through the qualifier, the conditions were different. So the answer to that question is I don't know, and you cannot say for certain that they are. Anybody that says otherwise is lying to you because you cannot know for sure. But that's the worst part, is that they know that it happens. And they release it anyway with it fucking happening. What are you doing? Like, why? It just doesn't, it makes my head fucking spin. How, if this happened before, and you know it going in, wouldn't you adequately test to see if that's happening? And if you tell me, well, we tried to test it, well, then your testing system's inadequate and you have to change it. This isn't rocket surgery, in the words of Marc. It just doesn't, it's so asinine that I just can't. How do you wrap your head around that? That is just showing us, the players, in utter lack of respect. It's insane. It just doesn't make sense. Like, would you do business with a company that knowingly gives you their product not working and then just turns their head and buries it in the sand? I just don't understand. Especially when the company's based saying, oh, you're such a great community and things. I would go out of my way to make sure I'm not fucking them over. I think the Bears lost the game on purpose, Adam. I think we saw exactly what we wanted out of that game. A little bit of optimism, showing that we have the pieces in place that we are going to be very competitive, and we're going to get 2 first-round picks that are 1 and 2 this year. There's no other way. There's nothing else about that would be anything but that. Okay, not all the way over. All right, we got a full here, though. We've definitely got a full here. Well, vendors are there. A vendor issue. I don't know, Richard. I think I got a feeling we're gonna get people. I think it should be. I thought it should have happened already, but I think that just gave too many people optimism. Yeah, see, I hit that a lot harder. No, see, I honestly think we might be able to do this for a while and start trading away. We already set the standard. We could trade. I could see something like a Devontae Adams in a first-round pick and their first-round pick from the Raiders. Something like that. I see that, something like that happening. And I don't see us drafting. I really don't. I think we'd be drafting the best defensive player. And mind you, I don't think I haven't followed much at all. And then with that next draft pick, you get Fields a year with, hey, you got elite talent around. Fucking win. We better be a fucking in an NFC championship game. We gave you all the tools. It's on you. And if it doesn't work, then you trade you're gone from Fields after that. I mean, but the question is, we'd have to have some serious out in a new contract too for him. But we got plenty of cap space, so that. Yeah, if we keep those picks, I think that both are gone. It is still the Bears. You're correct. It sounds like Harrison is going to be the way they go, no matter what. But man, after getting rid of Claypool, Mooney has looked like he's still a solid player. Like, so. Well, oh no, I think our O-line is not. There's more issues there than we're seeing. There was a lot of things that went on in the background there. Let's play this one more time, and then I'm going to call it for the day. I just hope that some people that are in the know or have anything to do will see the commentary here and understand that hey, this is not acceptable anymore. We're done. Jay, I think we need a game that's actually functioning as intended first. That's my personal opinion. Before we do anything and think of marketing anything in the future, make sure that the game is a viable enough product for it to be marketed or to market it adequately. Because as of right now, I mean, the best they're going to do is get like the Tampax used tampon fucking Golden Tee World Championships. That's going to be the kind of ads we'll get. If we follow through with how everything is now. Golden Tee World Championships, sponsored by Tampax. We got a used tampon trading starting. No, not at all. Not at all. I am not a college sports is all right, that's good. College sports is a travesty to me. Okay, we got this one. I went from here last time. It came in too hot. Let's go here. Let's try here. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so a little bit, either a click back or further back. The whole thing is. Oh, I thought you were saying college football. But again, no, I don't watch Canadian either. The only Canadian I like to watch is Cosgrove. If he's here, he knows I love him. Oh, God, I whiffed the ball. That's great. Ooh, thank God. All right, now we just can't blow that one hole around the rocks and we'll be good. If you don't hit that tree, that bounce is going to be too hot. Yes, I like I said, I am questioning the absolute legitimacy of the prize play structure, or of any of this online competition structure. There has to be I mean, look, there has to be protections in there. What? Okay, so now it's clear that the game does not know when it's different, right? What is stopping me from going in and updating the fucking attributes on my equipment in the database? I don't think there's any checks and balances on it. So why can't I go in and just update it locally? And the game isn't checking anything. What? I mean, literally, why can't I do that? Why can't I make stout balls back to the regular distance and see the game not recognize it? All these things. I mean, it's very easily that they've been overlooked completely. Because I know you can do it locally. I know you can do it locally. I just don't know anybody that's tried to connect online doing it. I mean, I know it can be done. I don't know anybody that's done any of that, but. Well, I'm sure he's had ideas. I mean, you'd still have to hack a database, but I mean, what I said is if there aren't any checks and balances for the game for the code to know, or for the programming to know that things are not the same. Like, for instance, how is there an eagle with 0 points on a par 3? Flag this, remove them from the contest, refund their money right now. Right? Like, those kind of criteria, that doesn't seem like that would be that hard to implement. So are there no checks and balances on anything? Is there no checks coming from their end when I log into the game? Does that mean I could locally manipulate everything locally and it would fucking still allow it to connect online? And I can understand like a game like, okay, for instance, like a Diablo game. They actually did have that in there. They hard coded tags into items so that when they did that, well, but that's the whole thing, though. As we can see, what's being advertised, what's being flat on their website as a cool thing, like things like the bunkers and things, where we all agree, fun, right? But, but doesn't that give anybody the chance to have improprieties? I go into the machines that I've been playing on all the time and fix them, and no one questions his shit. I mean, what if all it took was me? What if I made something that I could just plug in a little fucking virus into a USB slot on the machine? I can't imagine that there are checks and balances. So I would be willing to bet that if you were able to access the database that holds all the equipment attributes in it, that you could change the attributes and the game would have no idea. I got to take this call real quick. Give me a few minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Damn it! I thought that was going to be a good doctor one, right? Well, but that's the thing, Jay. But that's the thing. Technically, though, it should not allow it to connect to online then. But as we've seen with patches connecting with patches that are past date, contests that have different conditions, it's clearly not being checked. Which it baffles me when you have casino gaming as well. That God, if their casino games had that lackluster security on it, I don't think that they would be able to have a contract or would be able to sell any machines to any casino. That was the point. Not that, yeah, oh, God damn it. Oh, you son of a. I hit, you got to hit bite on that shot, guys. It won't bounce as much. I fucked up. But so does that mean the whole point of it is, unlikely as it is, that introduces an element of impropriety to the whole system. And the fact that we can't equivocally say that it cannot be done, then what's to say that it isn't being done? Because to do it, it's really not that hard of a skill set as of right now. And we have no transparency on anything either, so maybe they know it's being done and it's being hidden. Guys, I know it's all, these are not, and not to say, I can't say, okay, I'm not saying that this is what's happening. What I'm saying is that it could happen. So it's not a conspiracy thing saying that it's happening, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? It does. I just don't want that thought to ever be a possibility when real money's on the line. I mean, in the words of the popular youngsters in our community, that's going to be a hashtag scam. Right? It's got to be. Hashtag scam. Crow for verse. Oh, you too, bud. Caesar, we're not doing anything. If you feel like driving somewhere, you're welcome to come. And as long as I know, you will be fed well. We're not going anywhere. In fact, right now all we got, Jill's parents went to go see her mom's brother down in Kansas City. So I have an extra big dog here right now. A golden doodle. Let's see if we can get we got a whole out 18 now that I missed that other one. Fuck! That just didn't go out. God damn it. Okay, so all the way left. Okay, so we know it's all the way back, right? We could even come up some. That missed left by a bit. Right missed right. What if we go from right? I mean, just like right in the middle here. I think it's a little more than that. 1, 2, here we go. Oh yeah, we have had it, Jay. We do have a dialer set up for it. The hardest part we have is, like, I've got wireless mics that I can use. It's just fucking I hate playing with them. But now with this new system, I've got an updated. It's got the newest Bluetooth, and I think we can get something that will work for it. All right, you guys, you see that right there. We're right there, and I think that was actually the spot. So you got a full on 17. We got a full on 18. I mean, really, you could finish this game with 2 hole-in-ones pretty quickly. Yeah, I agree. It would be kind of fun. All right, we got to get it a little farther right and a little softer. That's it. That's so close, guys. That's right there. And it's pretty dang safe. All right, kids. I'll let you go. Thank you guys for listening to my rant. I'm going to try to do this all week. Hopefully dailies and everything work all week. But like I said, I'm off for Thanksgiving. If anybody needs anything, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you got nothing to do, if you're looking for something to hang out with, Jill and I are just sitting at home. So we're not doing much of anything. I might not be any fun because chances of being at the doctor and might not feel too hot. But otherwise, we're here for you guys. So let me know. Love y'all. Word of mouth is out. Have a great day. Oh, wrong.